like reviews. B-movie like reviews. B-movie like reviews. B-movie like reviews.
Hey, this is B-Movie Mike, and this year in honor of Halloween, I'll be reviewing some more classic slasher films from the early 1980s. The first film that I will be reviewing is 1981's The Prowler. The Prowler was directed by Joseph Zito and features special makeup effects by Tom Savini. The Prowler starts out with newsreel footage of shiploads of soldiers returning home from World War II. This is followed by a female voice reading a Dear John letter that is apparently addressed to one of the returning soldiers. The film then cuts to a 1945 college graduation dance, where two young people are brutally murdered by an unknown assailant wearing army fatigues. Because of the murders and the fact that the killer was never caught, the university decides to cancel all future graduation dances. That is until 1980, 35 years after the original killings, when it is finally considered safe to resume having graduation dances at the university. Of course, the army fatigue-wearing killer returns and begins to brutally murder the young men and women attending the dance. The Prowler features good direction, warm, soft-focused cinematography, good atmosphere, decent acting, and of course the main attraction is the amazing special makeup effects. Tom Savini has said that he considers the special makeup effects that he created for The Prowler to be some of his best work. Shooting the film's special makeup effects would usually take a full day for each setup, and the film's entire shooting schedule was built around the filming of the effects. I really love the special makeup effects in this film, and I would agree that this is some of Tom Savini's best work. One of the reasons why I think the makeup effects work is so effective is that The Prowler was released independently, and thankfully avoided being butchered by the MPAA. The reason the producers released it independently was because the best distribution offer they received was for $250,000 less than the film's $1 million budget. The cemetery scenes in The Prowler were shot at an actual cemetery on Halloween night in 1980, and the open grave used in the film was an actual open grave awaiting a funeral. Director Joseph Zito has been quoted as saying that he hates some of the props used in the film because he thought they were very fake-looking. He hated them so much that he was apprehensive about even allowing the film to be released on DVD. He does, however, have fond memories of making The Prowler and credits the film as the reason he was offered the directing job on Friday the 13th Part 4, the final chapter, where he would once again team up with Tom Savini to create another classic slasher film. To prepare for this review, I watched the Blue Underground Blu-ray release of The Prowler. It features a nice 1080p HD transfer of the film, a widescreen 1:8:5:1 aspect ratio, and 7:1 DTS HD audio. The special features included on the disc are an audio commentary with producer-director Joseph Zito and special makeup effects artist Tom Savini. There's also a featurette called Tom Savini's Behind-the-Scenes Gore Footage. And the final special feature is, of course, the obligatory theatrical trailer. Overall, I'd have to say I'm very happy with the Blu-ray release of The Prowler, and I can definitely say that it's the best presentation of the film that I have ever seen. Well, my final thoughts on the film itself are that The Prowler is pretty much a paint-by-numbers early 80s slasher film, and is like a combination of Prom Night and My Bloody Valentine, which in my opinion is not necessarily a bad thing. So if you love slasher films from the early 80s as much as I do, I can definitely recommend that you check out The Prowler. Well, this concludes my review of 1981's The Prowler. Thanks for watching. Please leave a comment, sub if you haven't, check me out on Facebook, and come back next week to check out my review of 1981's The Burning.